What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the brand new Drake album and kind of give like a quick review on it. This video isn't going to be too long because I'm not really a Drake or 21 Savage type of guy, but when I heard this album was announced, I thought, it was going to be pretty good, and this album delivered on that. Nothing about this album truly like wows me or amazes me. It's just a solid 21 Savage and Drake album. Like, coming into it, it didn't meet my expectations, but it didn't exceed my expectations. There's obviously a few songs that I like, a few songs that I don't like, this and that. But hearing the album for the first time, I honestly thought it was pretty mid, during my first listen. But once I started listening to it a little bit more, listen to it again and again and again, it's a solid album. Okay, it is definitely solid. It isn't bad. It isn't great by any means. It's not the best album in the world, but it's also not album of the year. Okay, I'm tired of people saying Drake's album of the year. Like, every time Drake drops an album, no matter how good it is, no matter how bad it is, they're always gonna say album of the year. And this album definitely, in my opinion, does not deserve album of the year. Now, I will probably drop a video next month talking about my real album of the year, so definitely stay in tune for that. But yeah, this album was, again, it was just a nice treat, to say the least. My favorite song off the album is probably the one with Travis Scott in it. I think that song's really good. But there are obviously some songs, again, that I don't like. I can't really name on top of my head because I don't know the track list like that. But after hearing every song, mostly during a workout, I think that's probably why I didn't like it in the first place, is because I was listening to the whole album while working out. And when I work out, I don't really pay attention to the lyrics and the music. All I really pay attention to is just the beat and how the beats kick in my ears. I really did enjoy this little album from 21 Savage and Drake. And this is definitely a good bounce back, because Drake's last album, honestly, never mind, was a shitty album. Okay, that album was shit. That was arguably the worst album to come out this year, especially from Drake. It was very disappointing. Now, sure, it isn't hip hop, and sure, it's like pop and shit like that. But even if I wanted to listen to pop or anything like that, I'm not putting on Drake. Like, if I'm listening to Drake, it's strictly going to be for hip hop and rap. So I don't know what he was doing there. I guess he was trying to reach a new audience, which obviously for Drake, you could honestly do whatever the fuck you want. Like, let's all be honest. If we all were Drake watching this video, we would just do whatever we want. And think about it, Drake probably made a bag off that album. Even at my old workplace, they were literally playing the brand new Drake. And think about it, all the malls and shit, probably H&M and all those stores are playing the old Drake album. Honestly, never mind. So Drake probably made a bag off of that shit, whether we like it or not. Anyways, this album was, again, it was nice. It was a nice little treat for music, and that's honestly all my thoughts on it. I really don't think this album is album of the year whatsoever, but it's not a shit album. It's a pretty solid album, as I said. Now, is it the best Drake album? Hell no. Is it the best Drake album out of the last 3 years or last 3 albums? You could probably argue. CLB was really not that great. I really did not like that album. And same thing with Honestly Nevermind. I really did not like that album. So I could say this album is better than both. And I'm definitely going to be listening to it more, and maybe my opinions will change. But after hearing it for the past couple of days, or I guess the past week, to say the least, it was a solid album. And it's, again, pretty good. So if I was to rate Her Loss, that's the name of the album. I probably should have said that earlier in the video, but it don't matter. If I was to rate Her Loss out of 10, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's not the greatest thing to ever come out, but it's also not that bad. It's actually pretty good. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. See ya.